Patrick Swayze was more than just a Hollywood heartthrob, he was a gifted actor, classically trained dancer, martial artist, and soulful performer whose work touched millions. He rose to global fame with unforgettable roles in Dirty Dancing, Ghost, Roadhouse, and Point Break, becoming one of the most recognized leading men of the 1980s and 1990s. But behind the fame was a man of quiet depth, deep love, and fierce resilience, and the house where he spent his final years now stands as a haunting reflection of his beautiful but tragic journey. House with garden. A peaceful sanctuary turned silent. Patrick and his wife, Lisa Niemi, owned a secluded ranch-style property nestled in San Fernando Valley, California. It wasn't a flashy Beverly Hills mansion, but rather a warm, inviting home surrounded by nature, horses, and trees, a place that reflected Patrick's down-to-earth spirit. The property was his escape from the spotlight, where he could find joy in horseback riding, writing, and just being present in life. It was also the place where he lived his final chapter. After being diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer in January 2008, Swayze shocked the world by continuing to work, filming the TV series The Beast while undergoing chemotherapy. Despite incredible pain and physical strain, he remained passionate and determined, showing the same toughness and discipline he brought to his acting and dancing careers. Lisa Niemi, who had been with him since they were teens, cared for him deeply throughout his illness. They spent long days on the property together, surrounded by quiet and love, even as his health rapidly declined. On September 14, 2009, at just 57 years old, Patrick Swayze passed away peacefully in that very home, not in a hospital room, but in the comfort of the space he loved. Candle. The house after his passing, a haunting presence after his death, the once joyful and vibrant house took on a more somber tone. Fans who have seen photos or driven by it describe it as quiet, almost frozen in time. While it is technically not abandoned in the legal sense, it has become emotionally abandoned in the minds of many. For years, it remained untouched, a private property with echoes of memories that couldn't be replaced. The ranch, once full of laughter, animals, and passion, was no longer the same. The stables stood empty. The gardens slowly overgrew. Nature reclaimed what had once been manicured, and silence replaced the rhythm of life that Patrick and Lisa had built. In time, the house would change hands, but to those who knew what it represented, it became a monument, not to fame or fortune, but to love, loss, and legacy. Broken heart. Lisa Niemi's goodbye. And the property's fate. Lisa Niemi remained devastated after Patrick's passing, and in time, she made the difficult decision to move forward. Eventually, she sold the property, saying goodbye to the place that held both her happiest and most painful memories. The house no longer served as a home, and though it passed into private hands, its connection to Patrick Swayze never faded in the hearts of his fans. Even today, many continue to wonder about the house, not because of its luxury, but because of its symbolism. It represents a final chapter for a man who gave so much joy and emotion to the world and left far too soon. Cha-ching! Patrick Swayze's net worth and financial legacy. At the time of his death, Patrick Swayze's net worth was estimated to be around $40 million. His wealth came from a string of box office hits and long-term television projects, as well as voice work, songwriting, and even Broadway performances. But Swayze never chased money, he preferred life's simpler pleasures. He and Lisa built their ranch to live quietly, far from Hollywood's chaos. Despite his earnings, Patrick's generosity and humility stood out. He donated to cancer research, supported young dancers, and remained connected to his Texas roots.